Reaction time in sports is just about 100% dependent on visual skills. And I want to hear I want to hear what you think is not dependent on visual skill and see if I can find a very specific, I'll try not to be vague, but I'm going to see if I can find a very specific visual skill that will affect and improve that athletic demand. For example, let's take batting. That one's really obvious. Batting is so dependent on vision. In fact, 100% dependent on vision, that you actually need 2015 vision, which is better than 2020, to be competitive as an MLB player. Vision when it comes to batting, of course, is the main primary and honestly only skill that it's dependent on, because you cannot touch, taste, hear, or smell the ball. So you really are 100% dependent on your visual processing skills. Other skills that would be dependent, of course, hitting a tennis ball, lacrosse, shooting or kicking a goal, all very dependent completely. I'm going to argue completely dependent on visual processing skills. But there are various other sports, right, that are more dependent on tactile, like surfing, skateboarding, wakeboarding. I grew up snowboarding, maybe paddleboarding. But even those skills, every muscle movement that you make is going to depend on how well you can perceive space. Definitely reaction time is all completely dependent on how you can process visual data. If you can process that data faster and more accurately than your opponent, you will be able to make a decision and react before they can. So it will appear as if your reaction time is faster, because it is when you can process the visual data faster. So let's hear it. I want to hear what sport you're playing. Let's say position. Let's say task you're struggling with or task you're really good at. And I'll see exactly what specific visual processing skills are required for that. Of course, all of them, it's going to be multiple. It's not going to be just one skill. And I will even completely ignore 2020. That's kind of an easy go-to one. I'm going to wipe that off the plate. I'm going to go with all the other ones. So let's hear what skill, position, and specific task. Get as specific as you want. We'll see how well I can do.